H here. In this video I'll be reviewing set number 75153. This set costs £40 and it's called LEGO Star Wars Rogue One AT-ST Walker. First minifigure set. And the first minifigure set is a Rebel Trooper. And I'd say as far as Rebel Troopers go, this is quite a nice one. I mean, first of all, there's a new helmet mould, which is really quite nice. It sort of looks like a bucket, flipped upside down and put on the head of the Rebel Trooper. And it's got some really cool metal detailing, and the colour is a medium nougat. And that colour isn't used for many Rebel Trooper helmets, or many helmets or hats just in general, so that's quite nice. And you could sort of use this as a general army helmet, or just a safari hat. It could be used as all sorts of things, although mainly just a Rebel Trooper helmet, but you could use it for other things as well, because it does look quite generic yet cool. Also, it does have some yellow lines on the side of it, and it sort of has a sight on the side of it as well. And this particular Rebel Trooper has a brown headpiece, and he also has a sort of very angry expression, and he has brown hands to match his brown face, and he also has a pistol with an extended sort of long-range scope thing, I think. And that is just basically a pin piece, a Technic pin. And the blaster, unfortunately, isn't a stud shooter, although some people might like that, but I don't. But, you know, these work as well. They do look a lot more realistic, so that's quite cool. And his torso is basically just a grey torso, and it does have a lot of printing on it. It has some pouches printed on. It has a yellow emblem printed on, it has a sort of belt printed on, it has some pockets printed on, it has a ID badge printed on. There's a lot of printing for just a generic character, unnamed character, for the torso. And there's also some sort of light tan arms, and around the back there are a few sort of straps printed on. And the legs even have some printing, although you can't really see it since the printing's done in dark brown and the legs are brown. So yeah, but that printing just shows a few lines, a few pouches, and there's also on the hips a printed on belt. So that's it for this Rebel Trooper. It's a pretty nice Rebel Trooper considering it's just a basic, generic, unnamed character. The second minifigure set. And the second minifigure set is Baze Malbus. I have to say the face and the hairpiece are definitely 100% accurate to how the actor looks from the trailers. Apart from the fact that the hairpiece is slightly too short, but it's the most accurate hairpiece that LEGO has. So for a LEGO minifigure representation of the character, it's definitely very accurate. And the face has very nice printing. I mean, it shows a beard which is 100% accurate to how the beard of the character looks, and there's also sort of a scar on the side of his face, which I think the character has, or at least I assume he has, and one face is calm, and the other one is really angry and battle ready. And he also has a really big massive blaster, which looks really cool and really epic. And on the back he has a backpack which is attached to it. Not sure the significance of that because I haven't seen the movie, but it's there and that's really cool. And also he has a really nice torso print which shows all sorts of pouches, a bit of red up here, not sure what that is, maybe it's an emblem or something. And he also has some gas canisters and a knee pad on one knee, and the other knee has a sort of pouch. And he also has some really nice printing beneath the backpack. It didn't even need to be there, but it is. It shows some cloth and a red piece of armour. And in general this minifig just looks really cool, really epic, and has a lot of really nice printing to it. So here's the third and final minifigure set, and this minifig is very basic yet very cool. It's the AT-ST driver. I mean, this minifig just has a little bit of leg printing showing some pouches, and a torso print which just shows sort of a robe or something, or sort of his uniform that the AT-ST drivers wear, and he has a belt print on here with some metallic printing, and he has a helmet print, and that's a really nice piece. I mean, the piece itself has been used in basically every set with every sort of Imperial pilot or something, apart from the main X-Wing pilots, of course. Well, not X-Wing, TIE Fighter pilots. But yeah, it's nice how he has printed on goggles instead of his face having goggles, because now he can have two unique faces and he can have goggles. And that's really nice how you can have three different looks for him. And also, his faces, one is very serious and stern, the other is sort of smug looking like he's just blown up a rebel base or something. And he has a basic pistol, the rest of him is just basic grey pieces, like grey arms, and also he has a regular skin tone, sort of light nougat hands, and his face is that colour as well. And that's basically it for this minifig. Very basic yet very cool minifig. The main build of the set, which is an ATST, and this is definitely the best ATST that LEGO has ever done. And they haven't done ATST for 8 years, apparently. And I'm definitely glad they waited to make one, because this one's really great. I mean, first of all, it has flick-fire missiles, or spring-loaded missiles, as some people call them, which you just push on those at the back, and those shoot out really far and really fast, and it's well hidden, so that's really good, because usually those are just pointing out of the build anywhere they can put them. But these ones are well hidden, well disguised into the build, and work really well, and if you don't want to use them, then you don't have to, because they don't take away from the build. And there's also a sort of turret on the front, and that can move up and down. And you can also lift up the main front section of the thing, and there are these two little sort of eyebrow pieces, which when you have it down you can either open or sort of close the main window, and you can swivel the entire head around. Now you can either do it like this, or if you don't want your hands to get in the way of the view of the thing too much, then you can just hold it here and turn this. And this works really smoothly and really well. I really like this action feature. And it's really well integrated and looks really good and works really well. And also the feet have really nice stickers on them. I mean, I wish they were printed pieces, but they're not. Also, there is a little sort of bit on the top which you can open up. So if you can pose the minifig right, then you can make them sort of poke their head above the thing. Although the minifig doesn't seem to want to do that at the moment, so... But yeah, you can just flip that up very easily without even flipping up the main thing. So that's pretty nice. And also on the side there's this big turret which can go all the way around. And it does fall off easily, but you can put it back on just as easy, so it's fine. And there's also this other one, which doesn't fall off quite as much, and rotates around just the same amount. And the main thing of this is it's a walker, so it has to be able to walk. Now that is the one thing that it can't do so well, but considering everything else, it's fine. But basically, you can get it into... I guess this sort of pose, although it falls over, so you really have to keep it like this to keep it stable, but if you want to get into other poses then you can, but you just have to hold on to it. So yeah. Also on the leg there are lots of nice joint details, although there are lots of blue axle pins. I really wish those weren't there, or perhaps they were in grey. Since they are needed for the build, they should be in grey, but they're not. Also finally, I'll just go over the interior. So I'll take this guy out quickly, and this spare part which seems to have fallen off, and here's the interior. So as you can see there's just a thermal detonator, and on this bit of the interior there is just a control panel, and you can see the minifig there. And in general this ATST is just perfect. I mean, it's accurate, 100% accurate to the movies, all of the ones that it's in, and it just looks awesome, and it plays really well, works really well. It's a great display model, great play model, and in general just a great main build, and it's really great, especially considering the price. I mean, the price of the set is £40, and you actually have like really great minifigs, and you also have this, which is just massive considering it's £40. I mean, this is like something that a few years ago you'd get in like a £60 set, and it's in a £40 set, so you get basically £20 off of what you used to get, and that's just great that they've done this. I mean, it's just a great set overall, And the build especially is just the highlight of the set. Overall, I really like this set. It's a really great build for a really great price with some really great minifigs. In general, it's just great. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10 because there are very few flaws with the thing. And that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you later, alligator.